All right, welcome to Fetch. So, by the end of this lesson, I hope that each and every one of you will be able to make a fetch request and do something with the response. Let's talk about what fetch is. Fetch is a way to make network requests. So you did a similar thing with a REST client in Mod 1 when you were requesting stuff from APIs. This is that same thing just for the browser instead of the server. So if we have a client, we have a server, we want the client to make a request to the server and then do something with the response. Fetch is the thing that triggers this off. Couple things worth knowing about fetch is that for right now, we're going to do a real simplified version of it. It's a function. It's built into your browser. And you do fetch and then some URL. That's it. There's other things you can do with fetch, but for mod 2, that's all you need to know. The next thing you need to know about fetch is that it's asynchronous. So most of the stuff that we've done with JavaScript so far has been synchronous. That means I can do something like const a equals 1. And then I can do something like const b equals 2. And then I can console log a and b, and it'll show 1 and 2. These are synchronous. This one happens, and then this one happens, and then this one happens, all in a row. Boop, boop, boop. Asynchronous programming doesn't work that way. If all three of these were asynchronous, by the time that console log runs, there's no guarantee that A is done being assigned to 1, that B is done being assigned to 2. Hey. So that's probably one of the more intellectually complicated things that we do in the program. And so we're going to go real damn light on it, especially for mod 2. We'll talk more about it in mod 3. But the way that we handle this is with a dot then. This is saying, I want to wait for this to finish and then run this function. And you can keep going. Things that need, the way that you handle these asynchronous things is you got to tell them that they need to wait for the other thing to finish before moving on. And one last thing you need to know about these is, let's say something goes wrong with it. Let's say your internet's down. Let's say one of these things throws an error. You're going to dot catch. And then if any part of this breaks, whatever function you pass in here, that's the one that's going to run. And that's it. The things that happen inside these functions, same JavaScript, same DOM stuff, same all that shit that you've been doing already. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you something, then we're going to do it together, and then you're going to do it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to request some Pokemon from the Pokemon API and make them show up on a page. This is November. All right, so nothing up this sleeve, nothing up this sleeve. Just got an empty folder here. I'm going to make an index.html and an index.js. So I have two empty files in this folder. In the HTML file, I'm just going to stub out a basic HTML page. This needs a character set. This needs a title. And we need to bring in that JavaScript file. It's important that we put this defer on here if we want to keep it in the head. You may have seen people do this, where they'll do all their HTML stuff here and then put the script tag at the end. Those end up doing the same thing. Defer is the newer way of doing it. So I'm going to make an unordered list here. I'm going to give it a class of Pokemon. We're going to fetch the Pokemon from the API. We're going to make list items out of them, put them inside this. So over here in this JavaScript file, I'm going to fetch pokeapi.co/API/v2/Pokemon. Pretty sure that's what it is. Let's see. It's just a URL. Yeah, there we go. So if you put it in your browser, you can get the stuff back too. But if I have this as an array of these things, then I can do programmery kind of stuff with it. So then I want to take the response that I get back. This is probably one of the weirder things to wrap your head around. I think it's bad design. They should have named this differently. We're going to call response.json. This is not turning this into JSON. This is JSON, and it's turning it into JavaScript, a JavaScript object. And then we are going to take the our JavaScript object, and for right now, we're just going to look at it. So if I light server that, hey, look, that's a JavaScript object. And so if I did results response.results, I'd have this array. And it's an array of objects where each one has a name and a URL. All right, it's pretty cool. So let's make it a little bit easier and go with a specific Pokemon. If I ask for Pikachu, I get this object back, has all these things, got his name. We've even got like stuff like a list of sprites, all these pictures. Okay. So if I ask for Pikachu, then I could say that's Pikachu. And now that I have this object, I want to make a DOM element out of it. So I could say something like some div so make a div. Let's try just getting the name to show up. Actually, let's do this. Let's make an li. We'll say the li dot text content is Pikachu.name. And then we made this UL over here. We're going to grab that UL and we're going to put this li in it. So we could say UL is document.querySelector UL. And I can say ul.append li. All right, let's see what it does. Hey, that's pretty cool. I didn't write that. It came from somebody else's server over here, and I used that. So I could use any of this stuff. I could use things like this image if I want a front default, for example. Maybe I do something like make an image. And I say that that image is source is Pikachu dot sprites dot front default, because we went, this whole thing's Pikachu, sprites, front default. And then I could say, well, that li should add the image. And then that should get added to the UL. Let's see what it does. Hey, look. That's not my picture. That came from the API. It's pretty cool. That's fetching. Ask me some questions about this. It's weird.
I was actually watching a video on Fetch a little bit before this, and that's kind of Damon was teaching the class, and that's kind of what it was. He's like, that's fetching in a nutshell right there.
Yep.
Then it's just playing with the information, adding styles.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just got to get down the JavaScript syntax difference.
Correct.
I definitely do like the dot then. We did something similar with Tiffany on Saturday, and she was breaking down how that works. So it just kind of maps out the app in a really nice way in my mind. I'm just like, okay, then obviously.
Yes.
This.
Exactly. So those are called promises. Promises can get complicated. So we're not going to worry too much about what promises are and all the badass things we can do with them. If all we have for right now is fetch, then. And then what if I do something stupid? What if I break something? What if something completely outside my control happens? You can dot catch. Do something like error dot message. So then if we try to break something, like it's right at the top of this, all right, so now it's going to throw an error as soon as it gets to that part of the code. There we go. We could also take that opportunity to like try to fix the error, retry the fetch. We can do all kinds of different things, but that's how that works.
Closing parenthesis before dot catch. Where's the beginning of that? Oh, right there. Okay. Thank you.
And like this style that I'm doing, a couple of these things they're not Kyle specific, but they're a little bit idiosyncratic. Like the $ in front of the DOM elements. That's not like super common, but I didn't make it up. This syntax of like opening something on this line and then closing it, I get the same level of indentation. That's standard. More questions about this?
I'm just kind of wondering, like, if you wanted to have Pikachu's name and the sprite, would you
Mhm.
then separate that out into functions and then do another dot then?
Probably not. Like you could do them both in this. So what I've done is I've grabbed this UL, I've made an image, I've made an LI, I append the image to the LI, I append the LI to the UL. You can also append more than one thing to the LI. So if I also made a P tag and did P dot text content is Pikachu dot name, just append both of them. So then that's going to look like that. Or like, that's not what we actually want, right? We want to uppercase the first letter of it, like grown-ups. We can also do that. We could do something like const title cased name is, let's see, title case a string JS. Ooh, like that. Let's see what else we got. We could map it and replace. Yeah, let's do. Let's do that char at to uppercase. Yeah. Like that. So we can say that the Pikachu.name char at 0, so that's the first letter, and we want to concatenate that with the rest of the name, starting at the second thing. Now, one of my JavaScript rules is like never use string concatenation. There's no good reason to do it anymore. Go for string interpolation every single time. So otherwise, like it's so hard to differentiate between that and math in JavaScript. So instead, do that. Yeah. So now the text content is title cased name, light server, it's uppercase. So all that stuff I just did, that's just regular ass JavaScript. Doesn't have anything to do with fetches or promises or anything. Once you're inside these function bodies, it's just JavaScript. The only fetchy kind of part of it in particular is that stuff.
When would you use text content versus like inner HTML, or there's like one other one that
There's
Don't
inner
remember.
text. Inner text I would never use. Text content I use if I just want to make the text content of something that whatever string that is. Inner HTML is for if I want it to, if I want to write HTML in it. I wouldn't do that to just put a string in, but we could use inner HTML to radically simplify the rest of this. So if I said instead that li.inner HTML was this, now I can just do the rest of this. I can say image source fucking Pikachu dot sprites dot front underscore default. And give it an alt text Pikachu dot name. I I can put that p tag in there too. Do the title case name. And now if I've done that, then I don't need to make the p tags separately or set the text content or set the image source or any of that kind of stuff. I can just write HTML in there. So if you're jamming together a bunch of, if what you're doing is just jamming a bunch of HTML elements into another one, inner HTML is probably a faster way to do that. Yeah, inner HTML and text content, it's the only ones I use.
And then say, I guess, like you have, more and more stuff in your actual HTML doc or whatever you're trying to actually show, instead of just using like the P and the LI and those types of things, you'd be using like the classes or IDs.
You could. So like, you can, oh, that's right. I just got that through UL. We can get that one through .pokemon because I added that class. I would also always use query selector. Don't use get element by ID or get elements by tag name or get elements by class name. This is a way better way to do that. If you want one thing, it's query selector. If you want every match, it's query selector all. One of them returns a node, the other one returns a node list. Way easier than the other way. And then the selectors that you pass into query selector are the same ones you use in CSS, which also means they can be complicated if you want to, like the ones in CSS. Other questions about any of this? All right, time to do one together. So what we're going to do is called a whip around. Each of you are going to help me try to get through one piece of this puzzle. And we'll do it together. I'm going to keep the HTML the same. And this time we want Bulbasaur. I got this empty JavaScript file here. Javarie, help me get started. How do I get Bulbasaur showing up on the page?
Oh, sorry. We have to first fetch the entire URL.
Yep. So let me fetch and URL for this particular one.
Yeah.
pokeapi.co/API/v2/Bulbasaur. Okay, thank you, Javarie. Jordan, give me a next step.
You're gonna dot then and turn the response to JSON.
That's what the syntax of this is. But remember, I'm not turning it into JSON. I'm turning JSON into JavaScript objects.
Right. Sorry.
Important distinction here because, and this one will bite you every now and then. JSON is not JavaScript. JSON is JavaScript object notation. Most importantly, we have objects in JavaScript. These are just strings. They're not even strings. They're just characters. JSON is what an object would look like if you wrote it as a string, which is really nice for sending it over networks. HTTP doesn't have the concept of an object or a string or an array or anything like that. So if I want to send that stuff over a network, I got to just break it down into some characters that can be reconstituted into the object on the other side. So this response.json, that's taking the JSON and like rehydrating it, pouring water on it, turning it back into an object from the string that it was before. Because we don't have to just send JSON back. You can also just send raw text. You can send like binary. You can send all kinds of different stuff over. Almost everything we do for the rest of the program is going to be JSON though. Cool. Thank you, Jordan. Chris, give me another one.
Well, another then, because now we have our response in JavaScript. Kind of, you'd want to console log it, but first we want to create an unordered list or a list of some kind.
Oh, we got
Something to
it.
put it into.
We got it over here. Actually,
Okay.
no, for this one, let's get all the Pokemon. Take it back. We're not doing Bulbasaur anymore. We're getting all of them.
All
We
Pokemon.
want to list all their names. All right, so I've got this response. What do I do here?
We're going to want to map over it.
We will, but what's the rest of the syntax for this?
In response, we don't want to console log.
We can console log
That-
it first. Get me to
query-
the console log.
You want to console log it first? Yeah. So, fat arrow console log response.
Add arrow, and then open up curly braces,
Open up curly braces.
and then we can console log it. Okay, so let's take a look at what we're getting back. All right, so this is our newly reconstituted object. It has a results key, the value of which is this array.
Great.
It's an array of objects, and each one of them kind of looks like that.
Have a name. So we would create another function to pull out that name.
Maybe. Gerald, over to you. What am I doing next?
Let me copy this down real quick.
So I want all of those names that I'm getting back. I want to put all of them on my page.
Okay, so I'm sorry, say it one more time. I was doing
Uh,
something. wrong.
So I'm getting this this object back, which has this results key, which is an array. It's an array of objects. Each of them have a name and a URL. I just want to get the names to show up as like a bunch of list items on here. So what do I do?
Yeah, so we don't need to transform them, so we can do a dot each
Okay, dot each on what?
on the results array.
Yeah. Okay, what goes inside of this?
I'm not sure.
Cool. Augie, can you help Gerald out?
Would it be Pokemon?
Yep.
One over each one, and then fat arrow. Then for each one, we want Pokemon name. I want to pull that out, and we want to make that variable, and then we want to create and well, we already have that UL. So we're just gonna add those.
UL exists, but I can't do anything in JavaScript with it right now.
True. Oh, we need a query selector.
Yeah, so what do I do?
We need to document or yeah, we can make it a variable. And then document.query selector. We can either do UL or its ID.
Okay, looking pretty good. Kevin, give me a next step.
One.
Oh yeah, there's two of us.
Oh,
Sorry.
Glasgow. Sorry.
I guess after that, we can append the names to the.
You're close. You're in the ballpark. So I am going to need to append something. But if I try doing this, the error, computer Kyle Coberly says, error. I was.
Oh, we have to make a list first.
Yeah. So how do I do that?
Constant $, li
Hmm.
equals document create element, and then we could use li. Yeah.
Okay. And then what do I do?
Then we would append, or we'd have to append the names to the list.
How do I do that?
Would it be $li append?
Not append. Append is if I'm trying to add a DOM element to something. Close.
Is it append child?
Nope. That's
Oh.
also for DOM elements. This isn't a DOM element, it's just a string.
It wouldn't be.
Starts
I
with
don't
a T.
know actually. T.
Starts with a T.
Oh, text content.
Yeah. Cool. Darcy, give me the next step. Is Darcy actually here? Cassie, give me the next step.
Is this the part where we append the information into the list?
Yeah. How do we do that?
Thanks, Kevin. Okay, it would be like li or maybe $.li. I don't know when to use the dollar or not. So
It's just the name of it. The $sign doesn't do anything special. If I get rid of them, this is the exact same thing. What I like about using those $signs is it's a hint that something is a DOM element, not a JavaScript object or a string or something like that.
okay, so it's just a little reminder, like
Just a little reminder. That's all it is.
okay. Okay, so the $.li dot append, and then what we want to put in there is the name of the or
Get that here though. So what am I
Yeah.
actually appending? I'm not adding something to the list item. I'm adding the list item to.
oh, to the UL.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
All right. So I wonder how we did. Holy shit. I got a list of Pokemon showing up. So so we did all this in a for each. That is completely acceptable. If you do this in your code challenge and I'm reviewing you, I'll go, cool, let me show you a different way to do this. So that's one way, just doing it all in one go. We can also do response.results and map over them and do the transformation and the appending as two separate operations. So this could be Pokemon like that. And we keep all the first part of this the same. And then we return the li out of it. So what this map is doing is it's taking a Pokemon object and turning it into a Pokemon DOM element. So now I have an array of DOM elements. And then I can for each over those and add them to the page. like that.
When do you use append versus append child?
I always use append.
So it doesn't really matter. They're like the same.
They're similar, but append you can do more than one at a time.
Okay.
Also, we're doing this UL here. I'd also recommend just taking that outside of the entire thing. You can still access it, still works the same way. But the way we were doing it before, the problem is we're doing this in a loop. It looks up that UL every single time and doesn't need to. It's not moving. So instead, we do it once up at the top, and then we can just reuse it everywhere else. So that's how we can break that into two different operations. You will not get dinged if, other than like any shame you might feel, if you do it all in just one loop. Questions about anything we just did?
Don't you need to do on append like ul dot document dot body dot append?
Nope.
I guess I'm getting confused on the dot body that
Sure.
I've been seeing.
So I would just strike that out of your vocabulary. There's pretty much no good reasons to append something directly to the body. This is doing the same thing though. Your body is a DOM element. Your body is a DOM element. So the body's a DOM element. The UL is a DOM element. The append works exactly the same on both of them. We could even just do like that and do a body.append. That's the same thing. That ends up being the same as document.body.append. Same thing. I would always pick an element that you want to add something to. Be specific. But like in this case, those would all have the exact same effect. Other questions? All right, your turn. So I want you to do this one on your own. I'm going to give you the HTML. I'll just throw it in the chat. You can use that as a starter code if you'd like. Make an index.html, make an index.js, either one. See if you can get a single Pokemon to show up on the page. See if you can get a list of names to show up on the page. Play around with it a little bit. Let's take 8 minutes on that. Go. Oh, good call, Cassie. Sorry about that. Typing it out now. All right, everyone, pencils down. So what I want is a fist to 5. Fist is I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing. 5 is I got something showing up on the page. How far did you get? Okay, lots of 3s. So talk to me. What was hard? What are you getting stuck on? What would have taken you from 3 to 5?
More time.
Okay.
I was gonna say
Uh,
probably more time.
Okay. Anything confusing about what we're doing? Cool. So what I'd recommend is if you just need more time, take the time. This is like a big part of the code challenge. So getting fetch under your belt will help us illuminate which things you still have yet to master. One other thing that I want to tack on to the end of this is I think Javarie was asking about the course thing. This is part of it also. This is how this works. So if you, let's say this wasn't a Pokemon API. Let's say this was your Rails API. Here's how this would work. So I'm going to make a new Rails app. Rails new -- API backend. All right, so I've got this backend folder in here, and I'm going to make any GET request that goes to the Pokemon endpoint should be routed to the Pokemon controller's index API. So I've got a route, Rails G controller Pokemon. Go over to this controller and make an index action. Have an array of hashes. Name is, and then I render JSON Pokemon. All right, so that should work. If I start running that server and go to localhost 3000 /Pokemon. Cool, Kylemon shows up. So that's an API. I should be able to like fetch and stuff from it, right? Let's see. So I'll do a Rails S and a light server. Oh, shoot. I got rid of everything. That's fine. So I should be able to go to localhost 3000 /Pokemon. I should be able to parse the response that I get back. I should take the Kylemon object. I should be able to make an LI and say document.create element li.text content equals kylemon.name. And then let's grab that UL. Pokemon. Should work. Hey, why isn't it showing up? Ah! Cross origin request block, same origin policy. CORS header, access control, allow origin missing. You are going to see this a dozen times in the next couple weeks. Here is how you solve this problem. We're not going to worry too much about what a cross origin request is right now or what CORS means. That day will come. But when you see this, the problem is that header isn't coming back on the HTTP response, and we can prove it. We take a look at the response that we got back. Weird, no access control allow origin header. It's missing. So to make it show up, the thing that we need to do on the Rails side, we need to go into our gem file. There's a thing that says rack cores. All you need to do is uncomment it. You'll remember it because it says cores here. It says cores here. It's the only thing that says cores in your gem file. So you will uncomment that out. Same thing you do with any gem. You're going to bundle install. And then there's a file. It's in kind of a cryptic place. It's in config initializers cores. It's also the only file in the entire structure named cores.rb. You're going to uncomment out all of this, and where it says example.com, we can put localhost, we can put whatever. You can also just put star. It'll match anything. I want on the record, since this lesson is recorded, do not do this in a production app, but this will make your error go away. So if I do that and I restart the server, oop, I did something wrong. Did I not call it controller? Oh, I did it in an array. There we go. No more error. So when you see that core shit pop up, we're going to uncomment out that line in the gem file. We're going to bundle install. We're going to find the cores file, uncomment out this stuff, make sure that whatever URL we're requesting from is on here, or everything. That's the magic trick. Cool. Any last questions?
I did that and it still was giving me an error. So I don't know if it's like my JSON or if
probably
something
didn't restart your
outside of
server.
I think I did, but yeah, you're right. Do I need to close out my whole terminal or do Rails S again? Because I control C and Rails S and all that, and then did live server.
Cool. Prove it.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Screen share. Show me.
It could be this JavaScript though. That's what I'm looking at right now. But got you. Share screen. I had a bajillion tabs open, so it could be a lot of that. But so code challenge ls cd backend. Choose. And I noticed that you I guess you didn't have seeds necessarily. You put your seed in that index kind of thing. Does that make it different now? Okay. I guess well, let's go to my cores. Control P cores. Got this all like that.
Okay, looks good.
Gem file. all the way the hell down here. Rack cores.
Beautiful. Did you a
I'll
bundle
do a
install?
bundle instead. Yeah. Last time I didn't do it, but this time when I checked it again before texting you, I think I did. So that should be
Alright.
fine. So then, do you need to look at any of like my controllers or anything?
Yep. Serve it up.
Okay, what's this?
Okay, so that's on 3000.
Then let's get another terminal here. Then, front end, which my front end is down here. App.javascript. And oh yeah, I should look at my localhost first. Local. I'm on Rails /shoes. And I have all my shoes.
All right, so let's do this. Pull up your console here. Here's how you can tell whether or not the course thing is working.
Oh,
No,
console.
so now your browser console. Go over to network. And then refresh.
The page.
Okay, go to the shoes. Go to headers.
Gotcha.
All right, and in the response headers, is there an access control allow origin header? Scroll down. Ooh, there's not. The plot thickens. Scroll up. Okay, interessante. All right, so back over to your, yeah, this will throw an error because it doesn't have one of those headers. It says access control allow origin. That's the whole thing we're trying to do. So
Okay.
back over to your backend.
Gotcha.
Your
I think
temp file?
let me delete that. Okay. Yeah. Got you.
Let me see gem file. Gem rack cores. Let's compare it to mine. Gem rack cores. All right, looking good. I saw you do the bundle install.
I could do bundle update as well, but I don't know if that.
Let me see. All right, now let me see your course file again.
Course.
All right. I'll look at mine.
Yeah, I was watching a video of yours and it all looked like the exact same.
Yeah, that does look.
I had my brother come over and he was looking at the video and my thing. He's like, I think it looks good, man. I don't know what's going on. I was like, yeah.
That's unusual. Ooh, I just had an idea. Okay, kill your server.
Got you.
And whenever that finishes up,
It's done.
do kill all Puma.
Like that.
I can't see the bottom of your screen.
So is it better? I can't.
Kill all's one word.
Okay. Like that.
Nope, no dash. Just all run
Okay.
together. Just like that. Cool. All right, try running Rails S again. All right. Refresh your browser. All right. Same thing. I want to see that shoes request that you made. Oh, shit. Of course it's not going to send it back because you didn't do an AJAX request. All right. Let me see your, now let's do it from the front end. Let's see if it's giving you the error.
Let's see. And then light server.
Yep. You might not be in the right folder.
Oh, that's Superfacts. Yeah, I forgot that's the. Oh, am I not? Oh yeah, CV.
There you go. All right, let's take a look at your console. Let's see the actual console.
Let me move this up the way.
What in the fuck?
Right, because I went back, looked at my cores.
So, Javaria, you and me are going to hang out and get this solved. Everybody else, happy hunting. Cheers.
See y'all.
Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, Kyle.
Bye.
Thanks, Kyle.
All right, so let's take a look at the network request. Refresh.
So
And then that one that says shoes.
failed. Yeah. No.
Let me see the response tab. Yep. Back to headers.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Let me see your front end code.
Got you. And this is where I'm thinking like it could be my JavaScript because I saw like you guys all do it like a little bit differently. And the way I followed was like the 2019 Rails study hall video or maybe something else. I don't
Okay.
remember, but some old stuff. So that's why I was like, maybe it could be this. And I'm still a little wonky with fetch. I kind of get the breaking down. I have a question about query selector. Why I had like dot Pokemon there, but well, this has dot shoes. So I guess that's just like the this right, like the sorry, my
The
Rails
class
scissor
name.
dot class name. Okay, from the JSON objects. Okay,
No, from the HTML.
HTML.
That's saying, give me the HTML element, the first HTML element you find that has a
Class.
class name of shoes,
UL.
just like that.
And this all looks good. I even like messed around with like doing dot dot slash because I think you had that, but yeah.
All right. Let's clean up this code a little bit. So on line 16, bring that indentation back. So it's the same line as the dot then. Yeah, like that. Bring those other ones back too. Yeah. Not that one as far. So that one should
Yeah,
still be in.
got you.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Get rid of that space in front of.
Yeah.
Nice. Now that one should, nope, that one should be right there because you opened up that map.
Mm-hmm. So I was thinking, well, let's just go and then li dot text content.
So that's at the same level as the one above it.
Yeah, should it?
Nope. So line 20 should be the same indentation as 19.
Okay.
And then 21 should be same also. There we go. Get rid of that space after the map on line 18.
Okay.
Just
And
like
I have a
that.
problem with doing that. So like it helps me visualize what I'm doing, having all the spaces, but I need to get it back grounded.
Yeah.
Because I also have a like this is the original, but I have a practice code challenge that I like redid everything and
Nice.
still it's giving me the error. So that's why I was like, yeah.
Okay. Localhost 3000 shoes. Now this looks like pretty good code. Let me see how it's being brought in. Let me see the index HTML.
Got you.
Okay, so we got a script, source, app, defer. It is called app. All right, excellent. So now, why is that CORS RB? Why is I don't know VS Code well enough. Some of those like the files are in italics. Is that because they're not saved?
Where?
So take a look at like main.css. It's right next to you.
Oh, okay. Got you. It's like this.
Yeah, see how the title of that's in italics? What happens if you do like a command S?
See, I have autosave on. I don't know why.
Oh, now it changed. I saw the same shit with your course file.
What the hell? That's
Pull
weird.
that back up.
Trophy course.
Yeah, why don't you
Control
try saving
F.
that? Hey! What the
That's-
fuck? Go back over
yeah.
your gem file.
Trophy gem. That would make sense because everything else.
Hey, what do you know? Weird. All right.
So
now,
I guess autosave doesn't work for those.
why don't you do you still need to do a bundle install.
Oh yeah, facts. Yeah, I don't even know what it was even installing. Control C, bundle install.
All right.
That took up so
now-
much time, man. Oh my gosh. What else is this? I heard like if you did live server to like before Rails S was a problem, but I don't know.
Yep.
Should I
That
should I
can't be a
redo this?
problem. Look at your console.
Refresh. Failed.
Go to your console.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying.
All right, cool. So, hang on. Okay, let's take a look at. Let me see that course file again.
Yeah, it's saved. Gem file saved. I checked so many things, man. Gosh, because I have a many to many relationship, and I was like, oh, maybe that's messing it up, but don't think so.
Oh, relaunch your Rails server.
Gotcha. Control C.
All right, now try it.
I had good front end light service.
No,
Maybe I should
refresh your browser.
Okay, that's what I thought. I did that. Yeah.
Same shit. All right, let's do go over to your network tab
Sorry.
and click disable cache up at the top.
Gotcha.
Now refresh your browser. All right, click on that failed shoes request. And let's look at this response headers. Still no access control at origin. How strange.
Should I try fiddling with the, what is it? Like it has origins and we can make it like localhost something, but I don't know if that
You
would.
can. I mean, the star's a wild card for everything. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
shouldn't be it. Okay. No cache coming back from that. Let me see your router for your backend.
Gotcha. Control P router routes or router. Sorry.
We got it. All right. Okay, so you do have a shoes resource. Let me see your shoes controller.
That's not sorry. Dang. My PC's so annoying. If I swipe too quick, it'll just shut everything down. Jeez.
All right. You definitely have an index controller. Looks good. Kill your Rails server. Do a
I think.
PW
Well.
Oh, hang
sorry,
on. Do a PWD on that.
PWD.
Yeah. Okay. Now an LS. Okay. Never mind. Just being careful.
Because well, I don't think this should have a problem, but a lot of times with Visual Code, if I like how we discovered it didn't save, if I don't restart it up again and open it through Ubuntu, it sometimes there's an error. It might not do this time, but I remember like I don't remember what the situation was, but I did some stuff and then I had to relaunch it from Ubuntu and then it started working again. Like for some reason, just having these old VS Codes messes it up, but I don't know. We could try that.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it from the like real terminal.
Yeah, Ubuntu. Let's make sure all that's closed. Okay, then Ubuntu. Let's wait for it to load up. Oh no, I guess cd dev, cd2 mod, ls cd. And I even had a practice one, I think. So we could try to see if there's anything different with that PCC LS code.
Try running it just from the terminal.
Got you. Like Rails S and then license.
Yeah. So get into your API and then Rails S it.
Let's see. Okay. Should I do bundle install and all that?
No, that's fine.
Okay. Rails S.
All right. And then
Do I just open up another one you want to like that, or
no, just start refresh your browser.
Gotcha.
Oh, you
don't have
gotta
it.
run your front end where.
Yeah, I mean that's what I meant. How should I do that? Just like open up
let's
another-
do that one in a real terminal too. Yeah. just
Okay,
make
gotcha.
another one.
Okay, that's what I thought. CD dev, CD second mod, practice, CD. What's here? My head is all in the way. Okay, PC, CD front. Yeah, I got this. I made two though. CD. Okay, and then like Shrewer.
Okay.
Okay.
Take a look at
control,
your refresh.
console. Yeah.
Oh, hey! This is good. This is a super good
Different
thing.
error.
Aha! I think I found it. So go to your
Circles that
front end code.
old. Got you. Oh, should I open it up in
And
terminal or
Doesn't matter. Anywhere you have.
I
a
can
VS
see it.
Code.
Can I see this through this or no? Because I don't think I can see files through Ubuntu, right? I had to go to VS Code to see my files and stuff, or no?
They're all there.
Oh,
Any
so if I
VS
do
code,
like
any VS code.
okay, CD. I don't have CD
You're running the
purchase.
server here. Oh, don't kill it.
Oh,
Keep running.
okay. Sorry.
Any VS
Go-
code. You got a bunch of them open, I think.
VS Code? No, I don't have any open.
All right, open up a VS Code.
Gotcha. Hey, it opened up in there. I think yeah, PCC.
And let me see your front end. Yep. So
This
you're
one's a
running
little
this on
wonky.
3000, not 3003. So change your fetch URL.
Okay.
All right.
Does any of this look ugly? No, it looks cool. I didn't know what this did. It didn't look important, so I took it off, but I don't think it's
I would
bad.
put it back in. There we go.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad.
All right. So moment of truth.
Take this slash out. Okay. See there. Oh, well, this is the one that we didn't save it. Remember? So should I go to VS Code? Let's see, watch gem file. I think it might still be italicized, so control S. Yeah, they got that better. Cores. Well, controls S didn't do anything for cores here. What was the other file? No other file. Because remember, gem file. Yeah, I guess. Well, should I try to LSCD back? Because I think bundle install. I don't know if it'll do anything. Oh, I didn't have a CD. There we go. Come on, main. Okay. Well, I don't know if that.
All right, go back to
does-
your terminal that we're running your Rails server in.
I think it's that one. That's this one.
Yeah, cool. Go ahead and kill that and start it again.
Okay. What was this? Or sorry, Control C. What was this? Oh yeah, true. To get the update. Yeah.
All right. Back over to
Or
your
license.
localhost. Why is that running on 3003? Go back to your terminal that's running your front end server.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that one. All right, so that is 3003. What's running on 3001 and 3002?
Try it out. Slash out. There's another slash out? Okay, well let's see two.
No, that didn't finish loading.
Oh, yeah, I'm tripping. Try one here.
Yeah, I don't think you have anything there. So back to your front end terminal.
I had a lot open, so I could see why it was doing that for a while. Like I kept just having different swag shops open.
This could be part of the problem. Is if you have too many
Mhm.
things that are listening for that on that same port, that's going to be trouble. So let's see if we can hunt down some other stuff that you have open.
Uh,
So we've got
Yes,
those
this
two
is
servers.
looking-
Those are the ones we want.
and VS Code, that's it. And this one just bundled installed.
But what
Um,
other
I
terminals do you have
deleted-
running in VS Code?
None, I shouldn't. This is all, well, I mean, I have like all these files open, but that's nothing. This is the only terminal in VS Code I have.
All right. Okay, so open up
well,
another Ubuntu terminal
Gotcha.
and do a PS space AUX. Yep. All right. So I see a Puma. I see a light server. I see a few light servers. So let's do kill all Puma.
Puma.
Yep. And then kill all light server. Okay. Now do a PS aux again. I wonder if you have to put that whole thing, scroll up a little bit. Let's try kill all spring.
Okay, kill spring. In any directory, right?
Yep.
Spring.
Okay, try kill all and then in single quotes, spring space server.
Oh, snap, sorry. Sorry, what did you say? Something server?
Spring space server.
Server.
Yeah, and then close it.
It says no process for all of them. That's what.
Do PS aux again. Yeah. All right, we're gonna do these by number now. So I want you to do kill -9 space -9. And then see these numbers kind of on the like the second column.
Mhm.
We're gonna do 22314.
22 space.
Yeah.
22. Sorry, 22.
314.
4. Gotcha.
Run it. Good. Now just press up. And we're going to change that number to 21402.
21402.
Yep. Good. Let's scroll up a little bit more. All right. Now we're going to do
Sorry. I'll just delete it too. Then we'll try to remember it.
let's do 1925.
1925.
Good. Scroll up. Now we're going to do 7184.
7184.
Scroll up. And we're going to do 7186.
7186. Oh shit.
There you go. Just press it up and do it again. There you go. Okay, very nice. Now do another PS aux. Let's see what's still surviving. All right. Let's get rid of the Rails console 7204.
7204. Oh shit.
Press up again.
I'm trying to, but for some reason it's not. There you go. Okay. 72 what?
7204.
Oof.
Good. Let's do 7795. Cool. I think that's all of them. Phew. All right. Go back to these terminals. We should see some dead servers. Yes.
Oh, this is the one we're just in. This one is still
That one's
out
still
and
running.
Maybe I just gotta reset my whole computer. Like, shit.
Probably. Go back to your other terminal that had the Rails one.
Yeah,
Not that one.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Two,
Now
two,
Rails
yeah.
does this.
Rails.
Okay. Now over to your front end.
Through the terminal, just open it. Like,
Actually, go back to
got
that that terminal. Kill your front end server. Yeah. Now start it up
Okay.
again.
light server.
Why is it still picking that?
303.
port?
Yeah, it
Alright,
could be that I need to reset it because again, I remember like all of these ones. Let's see. Let's do control shift here. Dang, I had way too many. Okay, so like I had a couple of these like local hosts, so that might be why. Like maybe if I reset it, but I don't know.
Probably. So let's take a look at this at your console for this. Nope.
Oh, console. Sorry. Like you.
Hey now,
3000.
that's kind of more what we want. And so the reason it's 404ing is you've got another server running on that port that doesn't have cores, doesn't have, it's not your shoes API. It's just something else that's running on 3000. Here, we can do this. This will prove it. Go over to wherever your Rails API is right now.
This one?
Your terminal for it.
Gotcha. Oh shit. Nope. Oh my god. What the hell? How do you, what? Is it this one?
Yep.
No.
Kill it.
Control C.
And do Rails S dash P.
Rails S dash P.
4000.
4000 or together?
Yep, just like that.
Okay.
Cool. Now over on your front end, change the code to go to port 4000.
Okay. Yes, this 4000.
Yep.
Is that the same as doing like port and then whatever? Yeah. And then should I kill all the servers?
No, you're fine. Just go with your browser.
Let's get you out of here. Is my server still up? Yeah.
Hold on, go back to your to this. No route matches get shoes. So that's a good thing. That meant that it got there. Let me see your router again.
Control P routes. What the fuck? Oh, is this the practice one? So that might be why. It's the practice one, yeah.
No,
Cats.
looking at the right fucking. All right. All right, so you've got, that's just a coding error.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't even, that was my dumb idea to do this because it doesn't make sense to do this since I'm doing cats with this one. I should, damn, I guess let's go back to, sorry, I got it. I'm gonna do some stuff. So CD.
Remember, closing those folders doesn't shut your servers down. This is part of the
that's probably what the problem is. Where are you gonna open PCC? So then how would I get into this? Would I just like do a light server now and then close it, or would I have to like Puma kill whatever?
Try kill all light server.
Kill. Oh no. Doesn't matter. Just kill all work out. It always says this. I don't know if that works.
So that means that, yeah, that's weird. That might be I was gonna say that might be a Windows thing.
Yeah, I'm on Linux, so yeah. that's
Ubuntu, and that's exactly how it works on Ubuntu.
I thought they were the exact same, but I guess I did some different shit. CD backend. Or no, I don't want to do that.
All right, here's what you need to do. You need to restart your computer. The right folders.
Got you. I'll come back to you because I think I know how to fix this myself. It's just so